Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Tarot Tuesday readings. I chose cards from my Angel and Ancestors Oracle deck for you today. I don't know about you, but there's been some really interesting energies that I've been navigating recently, so hopefully these readings can help you clarify where you can help yourself. So for reading number 1, we have Animal Guardian, Trust Your Instincts, and the rune that goes with this is the rune Thurisaz. Which is the rune of, my mind has gone blank. It's the rune of gateways, that's it. And then we have, for reading number 2, Spring, See Your Seeds Grow. And the rune is Kano, which is the rune of openings, as you can see. And then for reading number 3, we have Star Ancestor, Follow the Voice of Your Soul. And the rune that goes with this reading is the rune Isa, which is the rune of standstill. So I'd like you to just call all your energy back to yourself and just take a really nice deep breath into your heart space and just feel yourself landing in this space here and now. And just breathing deeply into your heart. Just feel your roots, your feet have these roots growing deep into the ground, and feel your head connected to the energy of the stars and the sky, and the sun, the moon. Just feel those energies of the earth all around you. And just feel yourself become more centered in your soul with yourself. And then see which card or cards or the runes that draw you in. And I will see you in the readings. Welcome, reading number 1. I'm so happy to have you here to join me for this reading today. Let's see what the cards can do to just help you, to help yourself. See what direction we're going, see what's happening in your world. You chose the card, Animal Guardian, Trust Your Instincts. And the rune that goes with this is Thurisaz, which is the rune of Gateway. And with the rune of Gateway, this is a sign that you've got some work to do before you can go through the gateway. It's a rune of sort of non-action, because the action you take is action within. And it goes really nicely with this card, this Animal Guardian, because it's a lot about tuning into your animal self. And that's a reflection of the animals always express their feelings and how they are. They don't hold it in, and it feels like you get to feel how you are feeling so that you can express it and feel better rather than holding it all in. I see that she's holding this deer here. I feel like you're this fragile fawn, this fragile deer that just really needs to embrace yourself and show yourself some compassion and love as you release the energies of the emotions that are within you. Take that moment to really feel yourself. In fact, I saw a video recently, it was a podcast actually, was talking about how someone who had a lot of chronic pain in their back, and their therapist said, you just need to journal out your emotions, and perhaps this is a message to you to get a bit of paper or a book or whatever and just write out how you're feeling so you can release it. It's almost like you fear how you're feeling, fear how to move forwards with those feelings, and really it's because you're to move forwards without them. You can't go through this gateway until you've done this inner work of just releasing all the emotions from before. And I think with this new moon, and there's the eclipse season, there's a lot of new energies coming in that are asking you to let go of the past and what's come before. Let's see what the other cards have to say for you. That's 2. Let's take, actually I see that one and that one. Let's start with what we have here. So we have energy, the deer energy coming through. Take the lead, stag spirit, and use your mind wisely, pig spirit. I feel like you can fly again, you know. This is the sense of take that time now to go within, to nourish yourself, to really feel the feelings so that you can step forward and it's sort of in control of yourself and your life. You know, at the moment, I feel like you're just letting life take control of you. It's allowing thoughts in that aren't helpful. You know, your thoughts are taking control of you almost. You know, you're letting those thoughts, perhaps negative or challenging, create stories that are untrue about you and your life. And this is really about you stepping into your own self and letting go of all the fears and the emotions that have been holding you back from just being your true self. And in doing that, like, it's a very nourishing experience. And you know, the pig flying, it's like that pigs will fly. I feel like your dreams can come true when you release all the fears that have held you back. Oh yeah, oh definitely. So we have eagle and we have hunter. And both these cards really bring in that taking the lead energy. So it's taking control of your own life and yourself. There we are. Can we fit them in? Come on, Hunter. In you come. There we are. So the eagle is zooming out, taking that different perspective. So if your mind has been creating stories about how you are, how your life is, you know, how your future is going to be, the eagle wants you to zoom out on that. And it's, you know, that's really connected to letting go of these fears and emotions. The hunter is about tracking down your fears and letting them go. You know yourself well. Also the hunter, like, they know how to follow the path. They know how to get to where they want to be. They know how to take the lead. You know, they are following the tracks of animals that have been left behind. You know, it's you know, trusting your instincts. Trusting your instincts, you know, trusting who you are, trusting that you can trust yourself. You can trust yourself to make the right decisions, to move in a more connected way with yourself. Let's see what else we've got to share with you with the cards here. One of these, we have Dream Catcher, Dream Time. Now let's see if the hummingbirds have a message for you now. They do. We also have, fitting on, yes, Sparkling Jewels. You've tapped into the universe's infinite flow of abundance. Accept your treasures with open wings and a grateful heart. Interestingly, that I saw the wings there. So that you're going to be able to fly. There's an infinity symbol here. You know, being grateful is part of that feeling, that love in your heart. I feel like you're perhaps getting messages in dream time. You know, when you're dreaming, your subconscious, your soul is speaking to you, perhaps metaphorically and symbolically, so it's not always easy to feel into it, but you know, write down your dreams or feel into your dreams, listen to your dreams. And if you're not really getting any answers to your dreams, then set the intention when you go to bed that you would like an answer to something, you know, that you would like to know how to move forwards. You know, there's just that it's the time where your spirit flies. It's the time when your spirit flies and you're able to connect in with your true self and not all the emotions and the challenges that are coming up for you. Let's see what your tarot cards have to say for you. Let's have a look at what we've got here for starters. King of Cups. And this is very much about getting in connection with your emotions and being resilient, you know, being connected, being in flow with your emotions. You know, it's like he's shining bright from within, like his faith is within himself, because no longer are these emotions like creating turmoil, it's creating light. Wow. We have Knight of Wands, King of Wands, wow, Ace of Pentacles, another King, King of Swords, which I'm not surprised is under the use mind wisely. Use your mind wisely. We have 8 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and I'm going to have to move everyone along a little bit. Let me just move these along a little bit so we can fit them all in one line. Would be really nice. Whoops. Yeah, strings attached. You see the devil has these strings attached like a puppet to this person. You know, and that's about not feeling like your emotions are in control of yourself. So we have take the lead, King of Wands. This is about standing in your truth with your own courage, you know, the courage to stand in your truth, to take the lead, to take control of yourself and your life. You know, instead of drifting through it, caught up in all the emotions, just taking that control. Knight of Wands is, I feel like there's just a great sense of celebration and strength within you when you release all the emotions that are holding you back. Ace of Pentacles is like new growth, you know, sowing new seeds, growing new growth, the potential that's out there. King of Swords, use your mind wisely. These cards are in tune with each other. This is about being on top of that mountain and being in control of your thoughts and seeing the good, seeing that the winds of change have come and there's new transformation, there's new energies coming in, and you get to put your ideas together. With this 8 of Pentacles, it's a lot about study, new creation, new ideas. You know, it's like once you've released all those emotions, you're going to get this opportunity to create something new, create new feelings within you, new inspiration, new ideas, you know, and take that forward motion into your future when you let go of the strings of the emotions that are controlling you. It's a really potent reading of you have this opportunity right now, and it's really going to be beneficial for you to just let go of these emotions that are holding you back, express them, trust your animal instinct, trust yourself, trust your soul, connecting in with the soul, listening to your soul in your dream time so that you can create new feelings. It's almost like a new you. It's just like, you know, letting go of the old and bringing in the new energy so you can create a future that's so beautiful for you because you're tuned into abundant energy. You know, it's all there waiting for you. You've just kind of got stuck. There's a gateway in front of you, but you just haven't done that little bit of inner work to just help you move forwards. Reading number 1. This is your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Reading number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the card Spring, See Your Seeds Grow. And the rune that goes with this reading is Kano, which is a rune of openings. And these two are a really beautiful pair. You know, if you've been feeling like you've not been getting anywhere, this is about to change. You're ready to bring all your ideas to life, you know, inspirations, projects. When this card appears, you're moving to a space where you can grow and expand and create in a way that you've not done before. You know, you're really leaping into something new, something wonderful. It can be, you know, a really abundant time for you with this new growth. You know, your seeds are growing. So if you perhaps felt like you can't see them growing, you know, they're under the soil. So you're about to burst forth. And the Kano with the rune of openings is that idea of renewed clarity, dispelling the darkness that's, you know, perhaps been making things challenging in your life, or you've been feeling like you've been challenged. You are free now to receive gifts and know that you can also give as well. You know, there's like this sense of giving and receiving. It's a whole energy of unlimited openings and new space, new energies, new feelings, you know, new creations, new ideas, new hope. Let's see what the other cards have to say for you. Those two, and get a couple of these. 3 of those, apparently. Let's see what we've got here then. We've got Nightingale Spirit, love is all around. We have whale spirit, trust the great mystery. We have the medicine wheel, the curse. We have standstill. Standstill, I feel like perhaps you've felt like spring hasn't been coming. Like I said, I think I mentioned it, you know, the seeds, you're just not seeing things quite growing, expanding as you hoped. And you feel like you're at this great standstill. And this standstill card is always that thing. Even though you're at this feeling where you're at a standstill, things are going to move quickly just around the corner is, you know, the meaning behind this card. You can see there's this gateway, there's this opening, you know, there's new light coming. I think it's a lot about trusting that good can happen for you. You know, that love is all around. The nightingale's spirit, she sings and brings new life to ideas. And you got to trust that things are working out and they're working for you. You know, the great mystery of life is you're not meant to know everything. You're just meant to, you know, you don't sow your seeds in the soil if you're a gardener or someone who has grown things. You don't sow your seeds and then keep lifting the soil to see if they're growing yet, you know. You have faith that they're going to grow. And some ideas, some seeds, they don't grow. And that's because they're just not meant to. It's not the right conditions for them. So if you've not been nurturing yourself in the way that's going to allow things to grow, to allow you to grow and expand, then you're not going to grow. So, you know, if you put seeds in the wrong type of soil and you don't water them, you don't keep them at the right temperature, they're not going to grow. And I feel like if you've been wanting to grow and expand but not nourishing your soul and feeding yourself with the things that you need to be able to expand and grow, then you will be struggling to see it. You'll be feeling like you're at a standstill. You know, the medicine wheel is looking at each direction, which has an energy and an element of, you know, the air, fire, earth, water, you know, all these elements. There's animals as well that are part of this medicine wheel that can help guide you through the things that you haven't been healing in yourself or nurturing yourself through. You know, are you bringing all these elements into balance, or are you feeling more fire, more anger? You know, are you letting the winds of change you? Are you allowing yourself to flow with the water and allow the emotions to flow, or you become rigid and stuck? With the curse, you know, are you holding yourself back? Are you feeling like you are the curse upon yourself? You know, it's me, I'm just not good enough at this, you know. It feels like there's just these sort of hidden limitations within yourself that you're perhaps not seeing and not nourishing the right energy, you know. When you nourish the right energy, when you water the right part of you, there's that tale, isn't there? There's two wolves within you, and which wolf you feed is going to be the one that is going to win, to, you know, to expand, to grow, and to be the one. So if you're feeding all your challenges, your problems, your negative thoughts, the challenging energies, you know, the emotions that aren't helping you, then you're feeding the wolf that is never going to allow you to grow. Whereas you feed the wolf that's full of positivity, forward motion, you know, the idea of the great mystery being wonderful for you, that's where you're going to go. So it's just like, what are you feeding and how are you feeding yourself? Let's see if the hummingbirds have a final little message before we go into the tarot cards. Interesting, this is next to standstill. Torpor. Rest your weary wings, that's hard to say, and replenish your energy for the flight ahead. Interesting. So it feels like there's a big change coming, a big flight ahead, and it's a good flight. Like there's renewed hope, renewed energy, there's new expansion, and I feel like this is your chance before spring. If you're in the northern hemisphere, we're not quite in spring yet, so you have this time where we're still wintering, where we're still in that inner work to really rest your tiredness. You know, I almost feel like it's time for you to just rest and shed that tiredness and try to find that new energy, renewed hope, and sow the seeds. Know what you want, really feel into what you want in your future. Let's see what your tarot cards have to say for you. go with that. That's quite a lot that's come out there. Okay, yeah. We've got 5 of Pentacles. You know, the opening, the door, the key to your future, and the door it's all there, but you can't see it in the state that you're in right now. 5 of Pentacles over here. Then we have death and rebirth. So it came up upside down if you saw that. You're at the point of rebirth. The part of you that you were leaving behind is being left behind. You're at the point of rebirth. King of Cups came out in reading number 1. So if you felt drawn to reading number 1, so did the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. All of these have been shuffled and put in different places in the pack. So there may be some messages for you in reading number 1. Okay, so a King of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, 3 of Cups, the Hierophant, the Wheel, and can we fit them in? It'd be really nice if I could just fit them all in this line, wouldn't it? Let's move them along. There we are. 8 of Cups, can you fit? Yeah, beautiful. Okay, it's becoming clear now how we move through these energies. Yeah, it's time to let go of that old self. Whatever part of you, I feel like it's an inner child as well. The way this person is all sort of hunched in on themselves, it's that inner child. You get to let go of those feelings like no door is going to open for you. There's no openings in your future. There's no seeds growing. You know, there's no growth. It's not growing because look, Ace of Pentacles, it's growing. Notice how a lot of it is grown in the roots first before it is coming up above. And that's that sense of, you know, the roots need to be strong before you can grow above. So you're going to see that growth from beneath, from your roots. You're at this point of rebirth where you're a part of your old self or old life or old way of being is just being let go of now. And you're going to feel that sense of sureness and resiliency when you let that go. I feel like there's a defining point here where we're moving forwards beyond that energy right here. So it's like death, rebirth, and it's just like, that's that. And now we're moving into the King of Cups energy where you are emotionally resilient, you're balanced, you're shining from your heart and your emotions, and then you can move forwards. You can sail into the distance, you can sail into your new beginning with this new growth, celebrating yourself, your life with the strength of like something new, moving into something new. You're supported and guided divinely and with people in your life. There are people in your life, you're going to feel like you're coming together, you're creating community, friendships, deep heart energy in your life with the 3 of Cups. With the Hierophant, just take these little steps because you're being guided. You're being guided along the way and it's bringing so much joy. The Wheel of Fortune. The wheel turns, you have so many ways you can go. It's like you get to expand from where you are. I just feel like you felt a bit stuck in this standstill energy and really it's your time to shine bright, to expand from where you are and see that there's so many opportunities for you in the future. I see these storm clouds. You've been in this storm, but you're above it. You're rising above it. You are, shining bright. You're just like, you're expanding when you walk away from what isn't serving you anymore. You see with this 8 of Cups, all the cups are like representing parts of you, aspects of your life, aspects of things that are just not worth you holding on to anymore. They need to be released. That death, rebirth, letting go of that old energies so you can step into your bright new future. Reading number 2. This is your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome, reading number 3. You chose the card Star and Ancestor, Follow the Voice of Your Soul. And the rune that goes with this reading is the rune Isa, which is the rune of standstill. And it's a really interesting energy because Star and Ancestor talks of there just being a deeper purpose to your journey here, a deeper meaning to your life that perhaps you've been missing, or just almost ignoring, you know. It's that sense of you're deeply guided, you've got support that's coming from, you know, otherworld and from your friends in the stars, you know, from your ancestors, from your family that are there supporting you in your in the other world, in your stars, you know, in you know, spirit world. You are deeply, deeply supported and guided. And it just feels like you perhaps with this standstill, it's kind of the two energies are quite like rubbing off of each other. I feel like there's maybe a resistance in you to believing that there's more to your life now. Perhaps you've just been knocked down that one too many times, and it's just hard for you to believe that there is something greater for you in this life. And that, you know, you've kind of come to this standstill because you're not allowing the energies of something more to come into you. You're not allowing yourself to feel that hope. You're not allowing yourself to listen and hear what is drawing you in. It's almost like you'd set yourself in your path. That path isn't working out the way you hoped it would. And now you're kind of become this way where you just feel like nothing can work out the way you hoped it would. And you really wanted to do that thing, but there's other ideas and inspiration coming into your life, but you're not listening to it. You're not following the thread because there's almost a resistance to that. To doing, to being, and really, the standstill is very much about being still at this time. You know, it's just your time of wintering, which in the northern hemisphere we are still in. So, you know, it's a perfect time for you to be feeling into these energies. But I just feel like there's some sort of resistance in you to moving forwards. Let's see what the other cards can guide you with this energy that's coming through. Is that one? I think that's one. Oh, I can feel the other one. There we are. Let's see. We have Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. Interestingly, that came up in reading number 1. And in reading number 2, we had this card, Whale Spirit, trust the great mystery. This is very important for you. Really interesting energies. So we have the energies of your mind is not letting you be connected to your soul and following the voice, because your mind is logicizing everything. You know, it's like making it logical, making it make sense in the mind doesn't let your soul voice lead you the way. It doesn't let you realize that there's more to life than you are seeing, sensing, and feeling right now. It's almost like your soul knows, deep down inside you know, but your mind is really controlling your ability to feel into that. We have the Sun, and we have Time Master. Yeah. Do you feel like it's too late? It's too late to start on your journey of your purpose now. Like it's just pointless. It's too late. You feel like it's been and gone, you know, and that's what's keeping you in this standstill, is you feel like it's too late. But the Sun energy, it's never too late. And time is a construct, you know, time is something that humans have created. And really we are timeless, you know. There's multiple timelines all happening at once. We're all timeless. Your age does not matter because your soul is the age, you know. Whether it's this lifetime or the next, you're always working through the voice of your soul. You're always sort of moving through something towards something. So that does not matter. But it's like you're just not trusting that there is this energy of hope around you. Let's see what the other cards have to say. It's guidance for you. Ceremonial, sacred fire, dedication. Yep. Sorry, do I need to say something more with that one? And we have law of attraction. Turn toward the beauty, love, and sweet joy you desire. Yeah, you've turned your back on yourself. You have turned your back on yourself. And by turned your back on your soul. You're just giving up. You're just like, I always thought I had a purpose, but I just don't feel like I can make that anymore. And I think you're forgetting how beautiful you are when you shine yourself, when you dedicate your life to you. So it's like, in giving up on yourself, it's almost like you're giving up on the world. Because when you give up on yourself, you give up on the effect you have in the world. The reason you are here is because you are part of this connected world and you're an important part of it. You're individual who you are. No one's the same. You're part of it, is that cog in the wheel. You're so, so important in this world right now. And you're not believing it. You're not dedicating into yourself. You're not believing that you can make a difference. You make a difference just by being you, just by existing. You're making a difference. That ripple effect that happens just by you shining brightly. But when you're stuck in your head, that's not happening. When you're forgetting there's something so much more than how you feel right now, your ripple effect isn't happening in the same way. Turn toward the beauty, love, and sweet joy you desire. Do you feel like you can't get what you want anymore? Do you feel like there's just no point because you just can't get what you want anymore? And if you do, that's because your mind is keeping you feeling that way. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Turn towards the beauty in your life. I just feel like, remember who you are. It's a remembering. Remember who you are. You're so much more than your thoughts and your mind. You are that soul voice. So much more. Let's see what we've got here so far. Three of Cups energy is beautiful. That's that you're surrounded by people in that community sense of the word. You are supported and you're guided. Look at the stars. Right action. Knight of Swords. The right action force. Moving with the right movement. But first, you got to break down the illusions of your mind. With the Tower. And make a choice. Any choice. I feel like it's standstill, yeah? Standstill. It's that game of snakes and ladders. You're afraid of making a choice because you don't want to fall down. Well, hey, you fall down, you might go up a really tall ladder and go even further. It's like, yeah, you have to take that ups and downs, but you can't stay where you are. You need to make a choice so you can come out of this standstill and make that forward movement. With new ideas, new inspirations, even though you feel like you're on a rickety little bridge, there's new knowledge, there's new ideas, there's new growth. It's just, you've got to trust the great mystery. Yeah. Look at this, star ancestor, the star. There's so many stars in your reading. The sun is this great ball of fire and star, you're connected to the stars. You can't deny it because you are. There is that great mystery. It is there, whether you are ignoring it or not. We also have the Chariot, which is about movement. So this is going to move for you. I feel like even this week, this is going to move for you. I think just even from this reading, you've realized maybe the trap you've set for yourself, what you've been doing in a way that's not been helping you, that's been keeping you in the standstill. And, it's to do a lot with your mind. This is balanced forward movement. That's what's happening now. And knowing that you are strong. You have the strength within you and within your heart. Knowing that you're strong and that you can move through all this, that you can take life's ups and downs, that you have the strength to move through them. Because I'm just cutting the deck and pulling cards here, and this is brilliant, because the world is your oyster. The completion of that old cycle is over, and you are, look at you, this old cycle, is completed. So it's that completion in the beginning, new beginnings, and look at the light. Look at all possibilities that could be happening for you when you realize that the world is working for you, that there's this great mystery and this great connection. You're strong, you are supported, you're guided, there's new life coming into your world. You know, your world is expanding when you let it, when you believe in yourself, when you listen to your soul, when you remember who you are. Reading number 3, please remember who you are. You are the most beautiful soul. When you listen to your soul, that's when you'll be able to move forwards. So much love and light to you. Thank you.